Hello and welcome to a slightly delayed Sunday preview rundown.
The Monday preview rundown.
The Monday preview rundown. The Monday-Sunday preview rundown. Remember, days are made up. You can have any day be whatever you want.
It's true.
So, apt title today, a little something for everyone. But honestly, this is a Necromunda and Old World.
Oh, yes. I mean,
Oh, and Blood Bowl.
well,
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry,
not-
I was wrapping them into Old World, which is not fair because it's not Old World.
It's not Old World.
They're just from the Old World.
Yeah.
Well, let's get
and
into
will
it.
never be an Age of Sigmar.
Chaos Knights, Chariots, and more. So here we have basically the full second wave of Chaos Warriors.
Yep. The stuff from the army box and some other stuff.
So you've got the Chaos Warriors, the Chaos Knights, who are not that old at all.
No.
Hold up pretty well.
They do.
So do the Chaos Chariots, honestly, aka
Yeah.
the Gorby's Chariot.
Even the horses look pretty good compared to some old world horses.
they're really the Bretonian horses. These ain't.
No. And I mean, skeletons are on a whole different level, but
Now I will say the old Marauders don't hold up terribly well, but that's just because
it's because the new Dark Oaths look
the new Dark Oaths are really great. The thing is, I will say that you could very easily use the new Dark Oaths, although you'd be paying a pretty penny for them because these guys come in blocks of 20. They're kind of your chaff, you know.
Yeah. Just skip right over that.
So no, I wasn't. I honestly forgot that they were called the Chaos Hounds.
Oh yeah. The Chaos Hounds. I actually have some of these.
Yeah.
They're painted blue and around round bases. It's like 40 mil round bases for some reason. They're fine.
And again, I wanted to call them Dark Oaths. No, they're just Marauder Horsemen.
Marauder Horsemen.
Yep. Whole bunch of new Chaos transfers as well. So
No hero, interestingly enough.
yeah, and
We got a few of them last week.
and this is kind of less exciting because these really aren't that old kits. These were all Age of Sigmar kits at one point.
Yeah, it's not like we're calling back to 10 years ago.
So,
This
yeah,
is like,
it's not-
you guys remember 6 months ago?
It's not tickling my nostalgia button in the same
Right.
way that like the Bretonians did, where it's like, wow, we haven't seen these for 10 years.
Yeah.
These are like, well, yeah, I mean, hey, these still hold up pretty well.
Yeah, they better.
Then we get to some new stuff for Necromunda.
the meat.
Well, for us, because there's a sandwich. Here's a
Yeah.
bread.
Yeah.
Here's some meat,
And
and we
there's
have
some
another dwarf bread.
Smaller
So,
bread.
Lady Hera in her Stethian pattern hunting rig. This is Forge World. Of course, all of these are, unfortunately. But
All the Necromundas are Forge World.
I've said I like her other model better.
I like both of them. I do like the other one better. I know you said you didn't like the other one very much.
I didn't. It was too goofy. I just don't like her head thing here. I get it's part of the lore. It is appropriate.
Yeah. I kind of want to, because you could pretty easily cover that up with some simple green stuff work.
I think she should be wearing a helmet so she doesn't get shot in the face.
Yeah. I do love super high-tech space armor with no helmet on. That's my favorite.
Well, it's got conversion fields around it.
Yeah.
I like that she kept her sword and spear.
That is cool.
She didn't throw those away just because she got a new suit. She's like,
I mean,
oh, okay.
I just got 2 extra arms.
Yeah.
So.
They still have phase on them, by the way, so they're still terrifying.
Yeah, I like this kit. I like the old kit. It is probably the two that I'm gonna pick up when I see them.
And then we have Hermiatus.
Hermiatus.
I think it's Hermiatus.
My doctor told me I had hermiatus.
Yeah, that's what this guy is. The second son. So the original tech priest Hermiatus was the guy who caused Hive Secundus going to heck.
Yeah, because he was like, gene stealers can't be that bad, right?
Yeah, let's make them worse. So this is an echo of his identity is imprinted into the entire consciousness of the mouse strain, and this is its manifestation.
Okay, that's really cool.
Like he's dead. Like this
Yeah.
isn't him. This isn't because originally when we first saw the previews of this, we thought, oh, so this is what he became. No, he got caught and killed.
Wow.
Like they shot him.
they I was gonna say some words there.
They took him out back and old yellered him.
Yeah.
But because he is so, it's rumored that maybe he was trying to imprint his consciousness onto gene stealers as a way of controlling them, or maybe as a way of like living forever, that kind of thing. Yeah, he was doing some deeply heretical things. Some way or another, his identity, himself, is now in all of them, and it can manifest itself in the gene stealer DNA.
That is so dope, honestly.
Also, he's got a little guy.
He got a little pet.
Yeah.
He got a little dude.
I know he's not. I know this is his arm. Like, first off, the fact his arm is like resting possessively on him.
Well, one of his arms, because
one of
there's
his,
another
yeah.
one up there.
But you know, like that meme a while back of like New Yorkers had to be able to fit their dogs in bags on the subway.
Yeah.
So you just had people in like with greyhounds and like bags. This is kind of what that reminds me of for some reason.
Yeah, he's knowing that this is like really creepy.
Yeah. So like, what's the actual flesh from?
Yeah, he has tentacles
Yeah. I mean,
and malstrain corruption.
and those tentacles are partially flesh.
Yeah.
Like,
Is he 4 gene stealers in a trench coat?
yes.
All with
Well,
one hive
3
mind?
and 1 out of the trench
Yeah,
coat.
one's out of the trench coat. Duh.
Yeah. Either way.
George, get back in.
Absolute amazing model. One of the first times we've seen a corrupted model like this for Mechanicus
Yeah.
outside of some very rare Horus Heresy stuff.
This
Or
thing's so sick.
the one model that sucks for
Oh,
Chaos
yeah.
Space Marines.
Yeah, true.
Lord Discordant. Lord Discordant.
Lord Discordant, yeah.
But this is the Xenos version of it, and I really like this.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I would love to see tech maligned Gene Stealers be more of a thing.
I mean, Dark Mechanicus. I mean, I know, but gene stealers.
Speaking of Malstrains, we have the Malstrain Coalescence, which is just...
It's a zoanthrope, but
Wrong.
not really.
It's a zoanthrope that passed the event horizon
burst out of event
again
horizon.
and came back wrong.
Yeah, we've talked about this model before. It is absolutely horrifically disgusting,
And we love it.
Body horror, and I love it.
Yes. How guys, can you help me?
Yeah, if that guy is still alive, just put
That's
him,
the worst part.
Put
Is
him down,
he's
man.
completely alive and still wants to hold wonderful conversations, but he can't.
Yeah, he's just a real talkative sort.
That part specifically is very Resident Evil 4 to me.
Oh yeah,
Like where the tentacles come out of Lord Salazar's mouth at the end and the eye and stuff like that.
yeah, where it's like there's a parasite in there, but
It has consumed him.
yeah.
So completely gross. The rules aren't great, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately not.
But
But the model's cool.
Malstrain Alpha. I really love how we've seen this model before.
Mm-hmm.
He's got big feast. I love that the eyes is what makes them really different.
Yeah.
They've got those
The like darkened shadow.
Well, their eyes adapted to
Oh,
low
that
light
makes
conditions.
sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
So there's the really big bug eyes.
That's awesome.
This guy will mulch things, but he's a hired gun, so
Yeah.
hard to get, but fun. Also, just an amazing model.
Yeah, every single one of these Gene Stealers that has come out just makes me want them to refresh.
Yeah,
Some of the Gene Stealer stuff.
same. And now we go to the Blood Bowl. So we've already seen these models and we talked about them. If this is a heraldry of Chaos Dwarves to come, then we're excited for Chaos Dwarves.
Yeah.
Because these dwarves, Chaos Dwarves were so old, you had to put in a lot of imaginative work, I think, to make
Yeah.
them good.
In order to update them, you have to accept an amount of silliness.
Yes, which I'm on the record as being pro silly in
Yeah.
a lot of cases, and these don't really look that silly. They look suitably menacing, and
I still think they look a little silly.
I mean a little silly, yeah.
But-
But their hats aren't that tall.
Their hats aren't that tall. Their beards look reasonable.
Yes.
They aren't literally scraping the ground.
So we've got the main team, of course, along with the hobgoblins, who are just goblins but bigger,
Yeah.
but dwarf-sized, basically.
Basically,
The dwarf bull centaurs, which we also talked about.
these are even sillier.
Yeah.
I like these a little less, but
This one, so we had seen Thark the Unstoppable, I believe, but we had not talked about yet Zarg Mad-Eye.
so, yep, he was announced some point last week.
Yeah, if I had if I had a nickel for every Blood Bowl model of a dwarf firing a football out of a gun, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Yeah,
And I love both of them.
yeah, there's something.
I'm sorry, what I specifically love is that I don't necessarily love the fire thing. That's always something that's hard
Yeah,
to
the
sculpt.
fire smoke is hard.
But I love that it's the football and also a bunch of other random crap.
It's like the what are they called? The not lead belchers. Lead belchers.
Yeah, it's a
Where they
blunder.
just put everything in there.
I mean, that's what a blunderbuss is, right? You just
yeah.
you just shove everything. But isn't the point of shooting the ball to pass it to somebody?
Probably.
So
Pass it to somebody, catch the right thing.
yes, and hope the rest of it bounces off your nice armor, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're a hobgoblin, well,
Who knows?
get wrecked. Anyway, I love the Mad Eye model. It's it's so fun.
That one is the silliest. I do love that in the announcement article, they made an Always Sunny reference.
Yes.
His ability is so I just started blasting.
Yes.
That one, I lost it.
So
when
I pulled
saw
out my
that.
blunderbuss. You want, my blunderbuss? Oh. So anyway, I started blasting.
Oh, yeah.
So now everyone wants to paint this as Danny DeVito somehow.
Yeah. have in the next Blood Bowl game, voice him with Danny DeVito.
I'm the trash man. I put trash in my blunderbuss and I shoot it around. All right, we're not gonna make any more any Sentinels references. No. I love the model though.
Yeah, the model, that one is the silliest. He's supposed to be,
and therefore my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very cool though.
But honestly, like, just taking out the football part, or heck, leave the football in and have a really cool dwarf model with gun.
That's true.
Like, you could use this for squads in Necromunda.
Yeah.
Just heck, yeah, you wouldn't even have to take the football out. It's just, what is he shooting? Well, it's among other things.
There's a football in there.
That football has a bomb in it, by the way. These, of course, are Forge World resin.
Those two are Forge World.
I believe the centaurs are also Forge World. Yeah, well, it's
Resin.
2 resin wool centaurs.
God, I hope they're Forge World then.
Yeah, but everything else is plastic, which is good. And of course, the requisite dice set, team card pack, and pitch, and the requisite issue of Spike
with all the rules,
with all this stuff in there.
They're codex.
Yeah. Hey, if you're in the Blood Bowl, you know what this is, and that you need this.
And they're reasonably cheap. They're like $20.
Yeah, are they even cheap? I thought it was like $13 for one of these.
Wow,
they're not expensive. Yeah. At all, which is fitting because it's kind of like a magazine. And then we get to Warcry, the solo release of the Twistweld and Tyrannic cohort. So these are the Trypophobia, Sylvaneth, as we've talked about, kind of like Mouse Drain up there. These are suitably gross but very well done.
Mm-hmm. I like the direction of the corrupted.
Not the bees.
Not the bees. Dear
not
God,
the bees.
Not the bees.
Dear God, not the bees.
Put one in a bear suit.
No, you put one of these in a bear suit.
Ah.
So this is the first time we've seen, Bone Centaur, Bone Tar.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bone Harpies are the weird part.
Yeah, I don't like their strange human faces.
Well, I mean, that's what Harpies are. And they are a callback to, that is a Tomb King thing.
Yeah, it's Tomb Kings.
These little guys, they're like the Keeper from Ghostbusters?
Oh, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I had not made that connection. Honestly, my favorite is just the normal guy on the left-hand side. Well, the left and the top.
Just the guys with the halberds and spears?
Yeah.
Sword spear. They're also pretty good.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Sarlacc pit. I mean, Ravening Gnarl Oak.
The Gnarl Oak pit.
I mean, to be fair, it's a Sarlacc that could, like, chase you.
Yeah.
If you imagine, like, if you want to make this thing scary, imagine how it would move.
Yeah. It would be like a spider.
It would be like the mimics from Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah, it would.
You know that thing where they kind of like...
Yeah.
Or a Silent Hill nurse.
Oh.
Silent Hill 2 nurses, like where there's that jittery movements.
I don't like that.
That makes this and this is suitably gross and creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that it's like this is someone's attempt to tame it by like put a platform on it and tie it up.
See, this looks like it should be a ogre thing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the pit.
Ogre trees.
Yeah, but it's like, what if we feed it? What happens if we feed it?
Anyway, you're getting a standalone release. If I get anything from this set, this is what I would
It's going to be that.
Because it's just so gross.
It is gross.
What's not in here, because it was just announced today, is that on the 5th of October, I believe, is Warhammer Days reveals.
Yep.
I'm hoping they don't wait until then to do Stormcast Eternals.
Oh, I don't think they will.
I don't think they will, but I don't know what they will do because we're so far off from any further 40K things.
Yeah, so we're very far away from 40K, even though they announced they're going to do stuff for 40K.
Yes, but it's not till next year, really.
But it's not till next year, unless they're announcing Blood Angels again, and then we riot.
Well, I got to do it somehow.
And then we have the beginning of next year and Slaves to Darkness.
Slaves to Darkness stuff. Yeah. Yes.
And then we have Slaves to Darkness at the end of this year, which is probably what they're going to show off. But they literally just got refreshed twice at the end of last year.
I think it'll just be their book, and we'll get a foot hero.
Yeah, fair.
I think for Slaves to Darkness and Flesh of Your Courts, because those are both factions that just got refreshed.
Yeah.
I think we'll get an foot hero, if that.
Yeah.
And you know what? As a Slaves to Darkness person, I wouldn't mind at all if we got nothing.
That's fine.
If the only thing we got was a book, I would be fine.
Yeah, we still got.
We don't always need to have more models, you know.
Yes,
I know.
we do.
I know that. My question is, will we see what comes next for Warcry?
It was not on the list.
Then never mind. Answering my own question.
The Underworlds was on the list, though.
Okay. Well, hey, Underworld's great models. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's it from us today. Sorry for the delay, but hey, we had to talk about that more anyway.
Yeah.
We'll see you next Sunday. Stay tuned on the channel for more Necromunda this week and more Age of Sigmar, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye-bye.